plenty, but I'm still wasting my time just getting by as I'm drowning slowly. I scream into nothing just to feel something. Is anyone listening? The more that I feed it, the deeper I sink it. Is anyone listening? Locked up, I'm a prisoner of my mind, and I'm falling apart, pretending, believing that I know I'm not insane. Running in the pain direction, there's no way out, and it kills me slowly. I scream into nothing just to feel something. Is anyone listening? The more that I feed it, the deeper I sink it. Listen for the echo, that's the sign to let go. The echo, I scream into nothing just to feel something. Is anyone listening? I scream into nothing just to feel something. Is anyone listening? The more that I feed it, the deeper I sink it. So listen for the echo, that's the sign to let go. The echo, listen for the echo, that's the sign to let go. The echo.
It's Saturday night, man. You know what that means. Saturday night's a night for fighting, says Tony Khan. Saturday night is a night for cold, ice cold beverages. That's how I want to spend my Saturday night. But tonight, we spent our Saturday nights watching a damn good show, man. Fun show tonight. AEW Collision might not be the most exciting show. Might not be the most news-worthy show. But AEW Collision continues to be the best wrestling show for your weekly programming. CM Punk finally alludes to the world that he is the real world's heavyweight champion, as Ricky Starks gets under his skin after last week's win in the finals of the Owen Hart Cup. FTR, Dax and Cash call MJF and Adam Cole a fake tag team. Basically a fake tag team. How will MJF and Adam Cole respond on Wednesday? Loving this, man. I love this. Buddy Matthews and Andrade set for one hell of a collision next week. Darby Allin eyes the TNT title. And one hell of a main event with CM Punk and Darby taking on Christian Cage. And Ricky Starks. Can't forget about Jay White, man, the real MVP of Saturday Night Collision. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the beer garden. We're going to hang out for a little bit tonight on your Saturday night. As I got one question for you before I get the hell out of here. What the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
AEW successful? Why is Tony Khan running his promotion better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard are running Monday night and Friday night? Long-term booking.
Guys, thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Collision post show for July 22nd, 2023. I am your host, JD from New York, as always, coming to you live from the OTS Beer Garden. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Saturday nights, wherever you may be. Gonna be honest with you, man, Collision didn't really feel like a big show tonight. Tony Khan had one of those weeks, man. Tony Khan, you know, I understand that a lot of people don't watch Collision on a Saturday night. They may catch up with it sometime this weekend when things die down, or maybe you catch up with it later in the week after you finish doing what you got to do. DVR it, however you guys consume it. if you missed tonight's show, you didn't really miss much of anything. Tonight was a setup show for what will be an absolute banger episode next week. Now, next week's show is the one that you can't really miss. That's going to be the show that is going to probably be the best Collision so far that we've gotten. FTR versus Better Than You, Baby. That's MJF and Adam Cole for the Tag Team Championships. That is the match that MJF and Adam Cole have earned by winning the Blind Eliminator Tournament. Do we see Adam Cole and MJF go to Splitsville? Does MJF turn on Adam Cole? Does Adam Cole turn on MJF? Do we see Roderick Strong get involved? Maybe Kyle O'Reilly's ready to come back. We don't know. Is CM Punk going to poke his nose in MJF's business? After tonight, we may be heading towards that direction after he subtly, or I guess not so subtly, mentioned Max. And Punk said that he is the real world's heavyweight champion. So we got that match next week. We got a ladder match between Andrade El Idolo and Buddy Matthews for Andrade's mask. Now, that's going to be a fucking bang. I don't give a shit what you guys got going on, man. Square away 20 minutes for that match alone. It is going to be tremendous. Tonight was a setup for next week. Tonight was basically the appetizer. Next week is the main course. So if you missed Dynamite, or if you missed Collision, rather, and you are asking, oh, it was a good show, did I miss anything? You didn't really miss much of anything tonight. It was basically a setup show. It was one of those weeks where Tony Khan didn't really even announce a lot of what was going on. There was a full card a couple of days before Dynamite. There was basically, I don't know when he came up with the full card for Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor last night. I did not catch up with it yet. I heard Athena and Willow Nightingale was a tremendous match. I heard Pac and Claudio was a tremendous match. Overall, I heard it was a very good show. I did not catch up with it yet. But I don't know when he actually came up with a full card for the Ring of Honor pay-per-view on Friday night. I don't know when he came up for a full card or with the full card for Collision tonight from Newark, New Jersey. It seems like Tony Khan was kind of trailing behind this week. A lot of the shit that he put on TV this week, and the pay-per-view included, kind of came in right at the finish line. Everything seemed a little last minute this week for Tony Khan. Not to say that it was a bad show tonight, or Ring of Honor was a bad show, or Dynamite was a bad show, but you kind of get a sense sometimes that Tony Khan is probably taking on a little bit too much, and that he needs to dial it back and kind of delegate where he needs to. And again, it was a very good show tonight. Not the most important show. I would probably go out there and say this was one of the more unimportant episodes that we've gotten so far in these 6 weeks of Collision. But it was a fun show. We got some great wrestling tonight. We got a great setup for next week. Going to be a tremendous show. And the most important thing out of all of it, you start to see and you start to physically feel the CM Punk universe kind of come together on Saturday night, man. You see all of the CM Punk story kind of unraveling week by week by week. First it was the Owen, then it was Joe, then it was him going up against Starks, and now he lost to Starks, and he's dumbfounded at how Ricky Starks is just kind of taking things upon himself and cheating to win. And now he subtly mentioned Max and the real World Championship that he possesses. You start to see all of this kind of go week to week to week to week, and you're kind of asking yourself, CM Punk really is kind of going into the deep end on Saturday night, and you're really going to start to see this show become his as we move on into the later weeks in the summer and then on into the fall and into the winter, and whenever we get that inevitable match with MJF for the World Championship, which, in my honest prediction, I do think that will be the storyline that will carry AEW into the new year, because MJF, quote unquote, is going to start the bidding war of 2024. That is where we are leading with all of this. This is just the little seeds planted. Water them, they'll grow, and that's where we're going with CM Punk, man. The CM Punk universe is starting to unravel on Saturday night. So we'll talk about what CM Punk said in the Open, which I thought was great, against Ricky Starks. We got a great tag team main event out of it. Really, really hot Open to Collision. We'll talk about that. Billy Gunn was also making the rounds on social media. He became a talking point tonight as the Acclaimed with Daddy Ass challenged the House of Black for the Trios Championships. And at the end of the match, because the Acclaimed failed to capture the Trios Championships, Billy Gunn took off his boots, put the boots in the ring, walked away, didn't even acknowledge the Acclaimed, and everybody is now under the impression that Billy Gunn is walking away and is now retired from professional wrestling, or AEW. This is the most interesting thing that the Acclaimed have been a part of since they won the tag team championships last year. So we'll see what happens with Billy Gunn, but that does not bode well for any scissoring for the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. Christian Cage, TNT title. Looks like Darby is eyeing the TNT title. We got Andrade and Buddy Matthews next week set up for the mask and a ladder match. Miro was on the show tonight, and we're going to have a good time tonight right here on Off the Script. I really appreciate you guys joining me here on your Saturday nights. I know Saturday nights are really not a great time to be live because, honestly, do I want to be here? No, I don't. I don't. I was actually thinking about canceling the entire stream tonight. A, I don't feel well. B, I have a lack of sleep going on the last few days. And honestly, like I said, it was an unimportant show. So, I feel like I'd be wasting my time. I feel like I'd be wasting your guys' time. But I'm here. We'll have fun with it. We'll make the most of it. And I appreciate you guys joining me on your Saturday nights, wherever you are. Follow me on social media, man, at JDfromNY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo. Social media is the place. Hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes tonight on the AEW Collision post right here on OTS. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Go check out all the other videos that you might have missed on the channel, man. Last night's SmackDown post show was absolutely chaotic, man. Appreciate you guys joining me for last night's SmackDown stream. We really went in on that LA Knight situation. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with being patient. Fuck patience, man. I'm not patient. There are things I'm patient with. There are things that I'm not patient with. The fact that WWE has once again dropped the ball with LA Knight, I am not giving them a fucking pass on this one. Fuck your patience. Oh, but they're waiting to push him, JD, says the reports. What the fuck are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? We talk about that. We talk about the nonsensical creative that happened on Friday night. SmackDown was dog shit. Go and check it out. Excellent rants. Loved it. I actually watched it back myself a couple of times myself, man. I was actually surprised with myself. Go check that out, man, on the channel right now. Also, Wednesday, Jesse and I were live for Dynamite. Tuesday, Andrew Bay Dallin, my co-host on Tuesday night. For Tuesday Night Titans, we were live on Tuesday night with episode number 5. Monday, I was live for Raw. Bunch of extras thrown in between. Content on the channel is rocking and rolling, man. Go check all that stuff out. And also, tonight's show sponsored by Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. You guys are going to use that code, not script, JD. I have so many fucking sponsors, man. I don't know what the goddamn code is anymore. Blue Chew, use the code JD at checkout. You guys are going to get your free sample. All you have to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling, man. I really appreciate you guys. Go check out Blue Chew. Your invitation to long-term booking. Gotta love it. AEW Collision, man. Let's get it. Right at the top. We're going to start at the top. Ricky Starks in the ring with Tony Schiavone. And this is the fallout from last week's Owen, when Ricky Starks cheated to win behind the referee's back against CM Punk in the finals. And he's out there with the Owen Hart Cup title. and he's in the ring with Tony Schiavone. Ricky Starks got a Ricky chant that broke out in Newark, New Jersey. They were loud all night. Good on New Jersey. Fans chanted, "You deserve it," at Ricky Starks. He said he's never agreed with the city more than he did tonight in New Jersey. He said he wanted to let everyone know what's in the bag he carried out. He had this big Louis Vuitton I don't know if it was a piece of luggage or a handbag or some sort. It was like a duffel bag, a Louis Vuitton duffel bag. Everybody wanted to know what was in the Louis Vuitton duffel bag. He said nothing. I just wanted to show off my new designer Louis bag after I won the tournament last week. So Ricky Starks is getting all bougie on us right before our very eyes, man. He said in 20 years, people are going to ask how many wins he has, not how he won. I really like that line. That was a line that stood out to me all night. And everything that AEW did tonight, that one line stuck out to me by Ricky Starks. In 20 years, people are going to ask how many wins he has, not how he won. I got to agree with him on that. People are going to be asking, well, he beat CM Punk. They're not going to be, he beat CM Punk. They're not going to be asking how he beat CM Punk. They're going to be telling you, yeah, he beat CM Punk in the finals of the Owen. So I really like that line. It makes himself feel bigger than everybody else. And it really kind of sets the groundwork for what Ricky Starks is trying to do with his career. You know, he is trying to instill in everybody watching that no matter how I won, it doesn't really fucking matter. I'm great. I won. I did what I had to do, and I'm a winner. That's a great line by Ricky Starks. He said anyone else would have done the same thing. He won by any means necessary. Don't talk to me about what's right and wrong. Talk to me about how stylish I am. Talk to me about how sexy I am, says Ricky Starks. Schiavone brought up the disrespectful way he took the trophy from Jushin Thunder Liger. He said no disrespect was meant to Liger, and he called him a legend. That was it. I thought there was going to be more made of that. That was all that was made of Jushin Thunder Liger and Ricky Starks taking the trophy from him last week. He then moved on to talking about people and how people compare him to others. Obviously, you know the comparisons. A lot of people compare Ricky Starks to The Rock. He had a whole fucking feud with MJF based on him being a rock light, or what MJF called him, the Pebble. Everybody says that Ricky Starks has a lot of rock-like qualities. He does not want to be compared to The Rock. He wants to be Ricky Starks. He doesn't want to be the next Rock. He doesn't want to be a pillar. He wants to stand on his own. So Ricky Starks definitely has the mindset of, hey, I'm me. I'm great as I am. Stop comparing me and calling me the next this and the next that and the next this and the next that. Gotta love it. So he goes on to say, I don't want to be a pillar. I am me. He said people say he should be a pillar, but he doesn't want that because he wants to stand on his own. He asked how many Owen Hart tournaments have those pillars won? 0. Out walks CM Punk. Cult of Personality did not play on the PA system. Out walks CM Punk, absolutely cold open, with CM Punk walking out to nothing but a chorus of boos in Newark, New Jersey. Love it. Attention to detail. How many times have I complained on this show? How many times have I complained in front of this microphone that when someone's cutting a promo in the middle of the ring to open a show, middle of the show, end of the show, and they get cut off and they get interrupted by fucking theme music? How lame it sounds. WWE has this thing where somebody will be in the ring cutting a promo, someone comes out, that person cuts a promo on the person that they came out to interrupt, then somebody else comes out with their theme music playing, rinse and repeat over and over and over again. Who the fuck is hitting the theme music? It just feels so scripted. There's a fucking problem with that. And the fact that it's not rectified and fixed to be made and feel a little bit more organic. You know, I'm going to sit there and criticize it every single fucking time because it's not real. It doesn't feel real. It's like you're watching a fucking play. It sucks. Ricky Starks is in the ring tonight. CM Punk comes out to nothing but a chorus of boos. He just walks down the aisle like a regular fucking human being. It felt human. He didn't have any theme music play. He didn't ask for his theme music to play to fucking have the crowd sing along. He wanted to go out there cold and interrupt Ricky Starks, who right now is getting cheers, and he walks out to nothing but a chorus of boos. Great. We should adopt this more often, not only on Collision, but on Dynamite, on Raw, on SmackDown. Love it. So he's out there. He's wearing his CM FTR t-shirt, chorus of boos in New Jersey. Punk is in the ring. He gets face-to-face with Ricky Starks. Punk said people assumed he'd be screaming mad, but he's not. He says, if anything, he's actually kind of proud of Ricky Starks. People start booing him again. He says he can't stand there and say he's never cheated at anything in his life, and he can't stand in New Jersey and pretend that they haven't cheated either. More boos. Then he takes a dig at the New Jersey Devils and the fact that if they, played a little bit better and maybe they did something a little bit more, they would have gotten out of the first round of the NHL playoffs. More boos, obviously. CM Punk's a prick. He knows he was going to get booed in New Jersey. They booed him at the Ring of Honor show last night when they showed a graphic. I heard this on social media. I did not watch the show. CM Punk graphics showed up at the Ring of Honor show, and people booed CM Punk out of the building. It was like 90% boos, 10% cheers for CM Punk. CM Punk is not liked on the East Coast, man. He's not. He's not liked up here. So he got a lot of boos. And he's doubling down on those boos by mentioning the New Jersey Devils in New Jersey because he's a Chicago Blackhawks fan. Fuck the Devils. Punk then asks Starks if he can live with the knowledge he can't beat him without cheating. He patted him on the shoulder and left the ring. Love it. Punk is playing a cocky prick. So he goes in there, he shits on the town, and then he asks Starks, can you live with the knowledge that you can't beat me without cheating? That's all I want to know. He starts to walk away, patted him on the shoulder, left the ring. Starks said, whoa, listen. He said his bag is as empty as the bag Punk's been carrying around, a.k.a. the red sack. So here we have another mention of the red sack by CM Punk here, or by Ricky Starks to CM Punk, the sack that CM Punk was holding on the debut episode of Collision back in June. So Punk gets back in the ring. He was already up the aisleway. He was about on the stage, just about on the stage. After Starks said that, he power walked back to the ring. He got in the ring, and he got face-to-face with Starks again. So he is in the ring, and Punk asked Starks if he wanted a shot at what was in his bag. And then he asked if he's like Little Max and just doesn't want him to have it. Fans oohed and awed, and they booed. He says he is the real world's heavyweight champion. So now you start to see the CM Punk universe start to unfold here slowly but surely. I don't know if this is going to lead to CM Punk being the villain in this story. I don't know if he's going to be the babyface in this story. I don't know which way the climate is going to swing here on CM Punk. Everybody seems to think that, CM Punk right now is the bad guy. He played a heel tonight. He had very much heel tendencies tonight. I don't know how the fans are going to react to CM Punk. Are they going to side with him and feel with him as if he is the real world's heavyweight champion? Are they going to agree with him that he never lost a championship to Max, to MJF? Or are they just going to shit on CM Punk and automatically assume that he is a fucking fraud and a fake champion and side with MJF? This is what I am genuinely curious about. MJF right now is doing some of the best work of his entire career with Adam Cole. This is fucking fantastic. Whether you like it or not, MJF and Adam Cole have been one of the best things, if not the best thing about AEW television this year. Lightning in a bottle is an understatement. I did not give it a shot to fucking get this far and be as entertaining as it has been. But what MJF has done along the way is basically audition himself for sports entertainment. We know how great he is. We know he's a great wrestler. We know he's a fucking tremendous champion. We know that he can do half of the shit that the others do, but he refuses to do it. He doesn't need to do it. We all know how talented he is. He could sing, he could dance, he could fucking do Broadway musicals, he could fucking get in there and do whatever the fuck he wants to do. He is built for sports entertainment. He's showing you how good of a babyface he could be. Do I like it? Sure. Do I want to see MJF continue to be a babyface for the majority of his career? No, I don't. I like the prick MJF. I like the fucking silver spoon in his mouth, shitting on every city that he's been in, MJF. That's the MJF that I adore. But I don't know if we're going to be able to get that MJF with CM Punk. It is going to be up in the air. It's going to be a coin flip of how we feel about CM Punk here and how the audience feels about CM Punk when he inevitably feuds with MJF. I don't know. But you're starting to see all of this unravel now. CM Punk is the real world's heavyweight champion. We're starting to get more into what's in the red bag. We're starting to see people kind of tear apart CM Punk and get under his skin and take advantage of CM Punk like Ricky Starks has. Samoa Joe got in there and beat the shit out of CM Punk. Jay White and the Bullet Club got one over on CM Punk. We're starting to see all of these things happen on Saturday night. I wonder what CM Punk's final form is going to be when we inevitably get that CM Punk and MJF face-to-face and how the winds are going to blow in CM Punk's favor, if they are. Or if they're going to blow in Max's favor, and he's going to be the babyface going into this thing. But we got Chicago lined up. AEW likes to hide CM Punk in, Chicago, whether it's the Now Arena or at the United Center or wherever. Wintrust. So they're going back to Chicago. I don't know how all of this is going to play out, but if they're in Chicago, clearly they're going to side with CM Punk and MJF is going to be the heel. Or do we wait to do this after all of the Chicago shit is done with? And we do this later on in the year. But you're starting to see the CM Punk universe kind of slowly start to unravel here. And I like it. It's going to make for some very intriguing television on Saturday nights. All of a sudden, Christian Cage and Luchasaurus walk out, and they interrupted. Very random. Luchasaurus and Christian Cage, with Christian Cage holding the TNT title. Christian Cage says that they are contractually obligated to appear in New Jersey, but it's taking longer than he wants because he doesn't want to be in New Jersey any longer than necessary, meaning the promo here with Starks and Punk was taking a little bit too long, and he doesn't want to be in New Jersey any longer than he has to be. He said there's a reason they're called Dirty Jersey. He told them to shut their mouths while he conducted his business. Then he goes on to say, what kind of man, Punk, carries around a championship he didn't win? Oh, man. Christian Cage is a fucking comedian, man. I laughed my ass off at this line. What type of man, he tells Punk, what type of man carries around a championship he did not win? The thing is, Punk did win the fucking title. He had to give it up due to injury and also suspension. But Christian Cage, he never won the TNT Championship. Luchasaurus beat Wardlow. Christian Cage didn't beat Wardlow. Gotta love Christian Cage, man. The irony of Christian Cage. What a fucking prick. Love it. Absolutely love it. Punk laughed. Christian said, they are the faces of TNT now and forever. Darby then marched out. He took a microphone out of Christian's hand. He didn't come out to theme music either. None of these guys came out to theme music. They all just came out to booze. Darby came out to cheers, obviously. He entered the ring and told Ricky that he hates the term pillars as well, so he agrees with him. He says it's not just for people who hold up the company. He says they all do, including my good friend CM Punk. He said it all out. He plans to become the new face of TNT and put respect back on the TNT title. So it looks like we have, with Darby Allin winning the Royal Rampage on Friday night. Rampage, we already have a match for All Out planned for Darby. He is chasing the TNT title. He's getting Luchasaurus at All Out. That's your first official confirmation about a match at All Out. He challenged Luchasaurus and Starks against him and Punk. He asked if Christian wants to wrestle. Go ahead. Do you even wrestle anymore? Shivani then has the earpiece in his ear, standing in the middle of the ring. He said, Tony Khan just made the match official. It could either be Christian or Luchasaurus, who teams with Ricky Starks against Darby Allin and CM Punk. Now, the Christian and Luchasaurus interruption kind of felt random, but it set up what was an intriguing tag team match for later on in the show. We got Darby out there to kind of throw his weight around with Luchasaurus and Christian. He's eyeing the TNT title. We got Punk eyeing Ricky Starks after what happened in the finals of the Owen Cup. We got Punk alluding to him being the world champion, the real world champion. And he mentioned MJF here kind of subtly. So we got a lot going on in this opening segment. And I think this was a very good opening segment for Collision tonight. It really accomplished a lot. It started the show off hot. We got a tag team match made for the main event. Can't ask for anything more. This was a very good open to the show tonight. Jay White and Juice Robinson, they're out there opening the show. Tag team action against Darius Martin and Action Andretti. I said this on Twitter, man, and you guys know how high I've been on Juice and Jay White as a tag team. This was a fun match. This is very fun. Really good stuff here. This match and the way that it came off with Juice and Jay White, they are owning everything that they are in, and they know it. It is a beautiful thing to see. Everything that they do, they know that they're in the middle of a fucking run that is going to end up being memorable for them and a memorable part of their career. Literally, you see it all over their body language. They know that what they're doing right now is top-notch fucking shit. They know what they're doing is special. And they feel it. You see it. As a viewer, you see it. And it's a beautiful thing to watch unfold. It really is. So we got Jay White and Dante Martin starting things off. And Martin fought off of a double team. And he tagged in Andretti, who is going after Juice with a corkscrew moonsault. Action Andretti and Dante Martin ran wild on Juice. Juice cut him off and cut Andretti off with a sidekick. Jay White tagged in. He goes after Action Andretti in the corner before Robinson dropped Andretti with a neck breaker off the apron. And the Guns are out there, and they start chanting at the Guns, who are now a part of Bullet Club Gold, "Daddy doesn't love you," to the Guns. Gotta love New Jersey. Action Andretti fought for the tag to Dante. We come back from commercial break. He gets the hot tag. Dante made the tag, ran wild, dropped Juice, dropped Jay White with a DDT and a death drop combination. Dante hit a top rope crossbody, which looked beautiful on Jay White for a near fall. Dante Martin set Robinson and White to the floor. And this set up Action Andretti to hit a big moonsault on both of them to the outside. Andretti booted White into a German suplex, double team move with Dante Martin, which looked very good. Action Andretti went for a split-legged moonsault. Robinson cut him off, and he knocked him off the top rope, and he goes into the Tree of Woe, does Action Andretti. Robinson hit cannonballs on both men before hitting his big DDT on Action Andretti. White hit the Blade Runner, 1, 2, 3, and that was it. That was it. Bullet Club Gold gets another victory. And the Bullet Club right now on Collision is fucking great. This is their show. This is Jay White and Juice Robinson's show, man. I'm telling you right now, I don't know where we're going with the tag team championships. Juice and Jay White are making every fucking case to win those tag team championships by the time we get to Wembley. I'm telling you right now. I don't know what happens next week with Adam Cole and MJF. We could see the breakup. More than likely, we will. It's going to deteriorate next week. I know everybody wants it to continue. I know it's been great television for AEW, but I just don't see it. I'd love for it to continue. Clearly, it's got the legs. But I don't see it continuing past next week. And I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking well past next week. I'm thinking FTR and Bullet Club Gold again for round 3. Either at All In or at All Out. And I'm thinking ahead to Bullet Club Gold winning the gold and winning the AEW Tag Team Championships. Because, my God, man, the fucking work that they are doing, they certainly deserve a fucking run with it. Seriously. It's all over them. They are scorching fucking hot right now. And it's a beautiful thing to see. Jay White and Juice may be two of the best acts right now, not only on AEW television, not only on Collision, but they may be two of the best acts in the entire fucking world right now, man. The level that they're operating on is fucking godly right now. And that comes after that match with FTR, man. One of the best, if not the best, television tag team matches that you'll see ever. I don't know how you come out of that and you don't think highly of these guys. This is exactly what Collision was made for. These guys. This is their show. Right now, this is more their show than it is CM Punk's show, in my honest opinion. Fucking great. Love it. We go to highlights from the Ring of Honor show last night with Willow, Nightingale, and Athena. Main eventing Death Before Dishonor, man. The women main evented the pay-per-view last night, and some people were telling me that it was one of the best women's matches of the entire year. May end up being the best women's match of the entire year. So we'll see what happens there, man. I got to check that out. I love Athena, man. Athena's work has been fucking great. Great. Willow's awesome, too, but, man, Athena is also operating on another level. We need to get her out of Ring of Honor and get her on fucking television stat. That's the type of woman that you need to lead a division. Never mind fucking Ring of Honor and being on a subscription-based service where nobody sees her. Miro. He's on the show. No direction, but we got Miro on the show tonight in the ring wrestling. Crowd was big into Miro in New Jersey. He went one-on-one with Nick Comoroto. And Nick Comoroto attacked Miro during his entrance to get the one-up on Miro. He controlled Miro early. He actually hit some corner splashes on Miro. Miro dodged one, hit a German on Comoroto. Miro then hit the big Machka kick. Ripped off his shirt, called for the game over, locked it in. Quick win for Miro, and that was it. I mean, it's great to see Miro. It really is. The crowd loves Miro. The crowd knows that Miro is going to put on a fucking performance. But what exactly are we doing with Miro? Do we really need Miro in squash matches? AEW Collision's been on TV now for 5 weeks, and we don't have Miro in a solid storyline moving forward. We got Buddy Matthews and the House of Black in a story. We got Andrade in a story. We got the Bullet Club in a story. Why aren't we doing the same for Miro? We even have Scorpio Sky in somewhat of a story as he's eyeing the TNT title. But Miro seems to be, once again, directionless. What are we doing? When are we going to get Miro in some sort of story on Saturday night? It's tough. It really is tough. When you build someone like that up, it's tough to put him in something because you're creating this presentation of Miro where he can't lose. And when you start to do that more and more and more and more, it's going to be more difficult to put him in a situation because you're going to be you're going to be backing yourself into a creative corner. What do you do with him? He's dominating. He's a fucking savage. He's a beast. He comes off as a guy that can't lose. What do you do with him? I don't know. I really don't know, man. It's going to be very interesting to see what AEW does with Miro. But right now, out of 5 weeks that AEW Collision's been on TV, he has not had a single fucking feud. 5 weeks. This is his second match. 5 weeks. Trios Championships. House of Black. Brody King, Buddy Matthews, and Malachi Black with Julia out there against the Acclaimed. This is Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, and Daddy Ass Billy Gunn. Oh, my goodness. We got a $100 bomb from Cam G, my guy Cam G. $100 super chat. What's up, JD? Hope you feel better and definitely get some rest, bro. We don't want you getting burnt out. I'm on my way there, Cam G. I'm on my way there, brother. Honestly, this is the best way to spend Saturday nights right here in the beer garden. Keep up the good work and keep pushing the truth to the IWC. OTS for life. Gotta love Cam G, man. Gotta love Cam G. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here on your Saturday night, man, hanging out with all of us. Awesome. Trios Championships, man. House of Black versus the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. This was pretty fucking quick. This was very quick. I did not expect this to go as quick as it was, honestly. So Max Caster was out there. He rapped. And one of the things was basically in his rap, you knew where he was going with the shit that he was saying. He was basically going to allude to Buddy Matthews that Dominic Mysterio is fucking around with Rhea Ripley. So he was going to go there, but Buddy Matthews cut him off. And as Max Caster was rapping in the aisleway, Buddy Matthews, like a fucking, like a shotgun blast, ran out of the ring. And he attacked Max Caster right in the aisleway, and this is how the match started. So we got a big brawl with all 6 guys battling it out on the outside. Brody King is in there. He crushed Billy Gunn and Anthony Bowens into the barricade with splashes. So the House of Black right now taking control early of this thing with the big sneak attack. Caster is in the ring. He's getting beaten down. He tried to make his way over to get the tag to the... Billy Gunn and Anthony Bowens, but Matthews gets in there and he puts a stop to that. So Matthews is in the ring and he's getting dirty Dom chants, and obviously this is alluding to Dominic Mysterio. A lot of people are really making a big deal about Rhea and Dominic Mysterio's relationship on air, and a lot of what you see, people don't really, when to set boundaries. Some people usually take it too far. Rhea Ripley even had to come out and say that basically everything that is happening on TV is nothing more than a fucking performance. So people, she alluded to, take things way too far, and your fucking jokes, they aren't really jokes, because what you're doing in the end is really bullying online. So when you think you're joking, you're not really joking. You end up being bullies. So she had to come out and basically put an end to all the shit and basically allude to everybody on social media that the shit that you see between her and Dominic is nothing more than fucking an on-air thing. If I'm not mistaken, isn't Dominic Mysterio engaged to be married? Man, social media and wrestling fans are fucking weird, bro. They are fucking weird, really. Imagine that. Imagine poor Rhea Ripley having to come out and dumb this shit down because people take this shit way too far. It's fine that he's getting dirty Dom chants in New Jersey. I mean, I think that's great. I mean, it's just people having fun. But when you go on social media and you start berating Buddy Matthews and you start berating Rhea Ripley, that's when you cross the line. Honestly. It's fucking stupid. So Brody King tried to take out Bowens and Gunn again, but Gunn took him down with some punches. Caster made the tag to Billy Gunn, who ran wild on the House of Black before taking a huge lariat from Brody. Black hit the Black Mass on Gunn, and that was basically it. That was basically it. The Black Mass to Billy Gunn was the end. Billy Gunn does not capture the Trios Championships with his boys, the Acclaimed. And as Gunn sat there and he recovered, Malachi sits up and he kneels into Billy Gunn and whispers something to his ear before he left the ring with the rest of the House of Black. So whatever he told him did not sit well with Billy Gunn. So Billy Gunn is sitting in the ring. Anthony Bowens and Max Caster are on the outside. And Gunn starts unlacing his boots. One boot unlaced. He takes it off. He starts unhooking his boot, unlacing the other boot. He takes his boots off. He leaves them in the middle of the ring. Crowd is chanting while this is happening. You still got it. You still got it. Looked like Billy Gunn started to tear up and wanted to cry with the chant of you still got it. He took his boots off anyway, put them in the ring. He pushed past the Acclaimed, walking up the aisleway. He did not even look back at all at Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. That was it. Now, the match itself, the trios match, could have went a little bit longer. I mean, they built this thing up for a couple weeks, and then it ends in like fucking 3 minutes. But the story here is Billy Gunn. Now, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know where they're going with this. With Billy Gunn, is he really kind of stepping away from in-ring action? Is he going to be more in a backstage capacity with AEW? But I find it funny how now they end up taking Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed and make whatever they're doing a little bit more interesting than anything that they've done all year with this one move. With Billy Gunn teasing retirement, putting his boots in the ring, leaving the boots in the ring, and then walking away and not even acknowledging Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. Where are we going with this? This makes the Acclaimed much more interesting than any other time in 2023, at least since when they won the tag team championships. But there have been multiple situations where we could have seen Billy Gunn turn on the Acclaimed, and we could have seen the act come to an end. But Tony Khan and AEW Creative now find this to be the ideal situation to potentially break Billy Gunn away from the Acclaimed. I don't know, man. You know, it may be for the best because in my eyes, in my honest opinion, the Acclaimed haven't felt the same since they were the tag team champions. They were the most over tag team in the entire industry when they were the tag team champions. The scissoring thing kind of died down. Scissor me daddy ass doesn't really feel as special anymore, man. It came, it stayed for a little bit, and now it's kind of fading away. So maybe they realize that, and maybe they're now making changes to the act, and they're moving forward with something new, something a little bit more interesting, something a little bit more serious with them. So we'll see what happens with Billy Gunn, man. This instantly makes the Acclaim than what they are doing now a little bit more interesting on AEW television than anything else that they've done before this year. Moving on. We go into hour 2. And we get FTR. FTR is out there, and clearly they're going to be talking about Better Than You, Baby, Adam Cole and MJF, and the match next week for the Tag Team Championships. Tony Schiavone's in the ring with FTR. And he goes over the match with Bullet Club Gold last week, saying that it's one of the best tag team matches that he's ever seen. He then asked both Dax and Cash about facing MJF and Adam Cole next week. Cash asked the crowd how they are doing. He then listed past opponents. Young Bucks, they got boos. As soon as the Young Bucks were named, they got boos. So not only was Punk booed in New Jersey, the Young Bucks were booed as well. He mentioned, I believe, the Acclaimed. He mentioned Aussie Open. They have teams on the roster that they have unfinished business with. But first, they have to take care of MJF and Adam Cole. Cash says he understands fans kind of like MJF and Adam Cole as a team now. He asked, do you really trust MJF? Crowd basically was mostly no, but everybody still enjoys the tag team of Adam Cole and MJF. So he asked if they trust MJF. He looked at the camera and asked Cole, Cole, do you trust MJF? He said during their time in the Pinnacle, they learned not to trust MJF. So basically, this was MJF, getting dragged through the mud by FTR because MJF was a prick while he was in the Pinnacle with FTR. They were all in the same group together. So if anybody knows MJF, it's going to be Dax and Cash. They did not trust MJF while they were in the Pinnacle. He says they won't beat, FTR, baby, next week. So Dax takes the microphone and says when he was 14 or 15 years old, his dad told him to go get a job. So Dax is explaining this story, and he talked about how overprivileged kids would make fun of them. He said he always wants to crack them across the nose, and that reminds him of the MJF situation. He says they take the tag team titles as a joke, and this match next week as a joke. He said for him, the comedy skits and the dance break offends him. Some fans then started to chant double clothesline. Dax acknowledged the double clothesline. He acknowledged it. Great. You guys enjoy what they do. Fantastic. He talked about all of his injuries over the past couple of years and on his path to making FTR the greatest tag team in pro wrestling. I did not put my body through this for nothing. I put my body through this and listed off a list of injuries. I got this injury because I wanted to make FTR the greatest fucking tag team in the history of this business. He said next week in Hartford, Connecticut, fans booed. Fans booed at Connecticut because you know who is in Connecticut and you know who operates out of Connecticut. So they don't operate out of Hartford. It's Stamford, but Connecticut got booed. You know why. There won't be a dance break. There won't be any comedy because he'll treat them like he should have treated those kids when he was a teenager. He says they're dishing out an ass kicking next week. Top guys out. I'm very much looking forward to this match. This match is going to be great. It's going to be interesting to see if they do go into this match. MJF and Adam Cole, serious, a little bit more serious. If they try to bring the shenanigans, if they try to bring the lighthearted humor, I'm very curious to see if they bring that to the table. I don't know if it's going to be a situation where, you know, maybe one of them does and one of them's on the serious page and vice versa. I don't know how they're going to interact. That's going to be one of the things I'm going to be paying attention to. This is for the tag team titles. They want to win the tag team titles. They got to be on the same page. Well, they both on the same page and something fucking happens in the match. Somebody fucks up and one of them gets pissed at the other. And then we get Splitsville between Adam Cole and MJF. And then that ends the partnership. And everybody's heartbroken and everybody's sad to see it go. This is going to be a great match next week. A lot rides on this match. A lot of heavy interest in this match. Adam Cole and MJF have been one of the brightest spots on any pro wrestling show all year. All year. Jesse and I documented that on Wednesday. A lot of people are like, well, MJF is the world champion and he's out there acting like a geek. He's acting like a clown. If Roman Reigns or Solo Sikoa did that on Friday Night SmackDown, JD would have shit all over it. I'm sorry. I don't know why you're using that as the hill to die on. First of all, we won't see Roman Reigns or Solo Sikoa or Jimmy or Jey Uso do that because that's not within their characters. They are very one-dimensional characters. They play serious roles on television. The only time you ever seen them break was when Sami Zayn was involved and he got them to crack by using the word Usi. That was the only time. And you know what? That was incredible television. So for people to use that as an example and a comparison, you've already lost the battle. I don't know why you're using that as an example. That's a terrible fucking example. Oh, if Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa did it, you'd be shitting all over it. You won't see Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns do that on television because that's not within their character. That's not within their story. They don't need to be doing dance numbers and they don't need to be fucking working out together and making fucking lighthearted jokes together. They don't need to be sitting there playing video games together. Adam Cole and MJF, their story revolves around that type of shit, which will then lead to the breakup and MJF going back to his old character. What you're getting right now is a very babyface MJF. An MJF that is going to get himself ready for sports entertainment when the time comes. Enjoy it while it lasts. You're not going to get this anymore for the rest of the year after this storyline is over. So what's the problem? I don't really get the comparisons. MJF is great. MJF is still, right now, the wrestler of the year. I don't give a fuck how many dance numbers he does. He's still the wrestler of the year. He's had 3 of the top matches in this year alone. What more do you want from him? If he wants to do a dance number, if he wants to fucking go out there and sing a Broadway tune, he could do whatever the fuck he wants to do. His body of work already through July has respect behind it. So I'm sorry you didn't like it because it happened on AEW television. You're sitting there comparing Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa to something that would never happen within the bloodline. How many times has there been a dance number or Randy Orton doing a fucking retarded spelling bee with fucking Matt Riddle and the Alpha Academy? Sometimes WWE humor doesn't hit. Sometimes it does hit. This is hitting for AEW and MJF and Adam Cole. I'm sorry. 9 times out of 10, I've shit on a WWE segment that included dancing because it sucked. None of it was entertaining, and none of it really included the level of talent that MJF and Adam Cole are. So why are you comparing? Don't really understand it. People love to be right. They think they're right. It gives them some meaning on social media. They feel fulfilled when they go out there and try to prove someone wrong or try to prove that someone's a hypocrite. But if this happened in AEW, and it has, QTV sucks. We've seen shit that doesn't hit on AEW television, and I've shit on it time and time and time again. Nobody is on the level of an MJF and Adam Cole. 10 times out of 10, if MJF does something on television, it is going to be fucking great. This is not some lower tiered fucking nobody scrub on television. WWE does it, it sucks. AEW does it, it's usually consisting of a top 2 talent like MJF. You can't compare the fucking the two companies. You can't. Don't know why we're comparing. Honestly. Enjoy it for what it is. It's going to end before you know it. And then we'll be right back to where we should be with MJF as the dominant champion who's going to get into a serious story going into All Out and All In. What's the problem? Another fucking thing that was blown out of proportion on social media, and nobody seems to fucking understand that. Jesse's the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. We don't know what we're talking about. We're hypocrites. Blah, blah, blah. We ride AEW dick. Blah, blah, blah. We're on Tony Khan's payroll. Blah, blah, blah. Am I the only one in the fucking community that liked that segment on Wednesday night? No, I'm the only one in the community that if you shit on me because you think I'm a hypocrite, it's going to get you the clicks and the fucking retention on Twitter. Because I'm easy to hate on Twitter. Just type in my name. You'll see fucking people talking shit about me left and right. Type in JD from NY. You'll see a bunch of shit just being said about me that you wouldn't believe. Because I like the pro wrestling segment on Wednesday night. The segment on Wednesday night was good. The segments that we usually get on Monday are trash. What's the problem? Do I enjoy sports entertainment? Absolutely. I think AEW should do a little bit more sports entertainment. When it's good, it's good. There is bad sports entertainment. I never sat here and told you I hate sports entertainment. It has a place in pro wrestling. I don't want to see pro wrestling, heavy matches spread out through a show. I want there to be a little humor. Pro wrestling is better when there's a little humor, but humor's got to be done right. You can't just throw anybody out there and have them be humorous. It's not going to hit. MJF hits. This is going to be a great match. Absolutely fantastic match with FTR. Can't wait to see what's going on. And next week, like I told you guys, is going to be one Collision show that you can't miss. Skye Blue. She went one-on-one with Taya Valkyrie. Kind of a nothing match. Didn't really matter. This really didn't, focus on anything in particular. It didn't lead to anything in particular. So we got this in hour 2. Valkyrie beats Skye Blue in about 9 minutes. Skye made a comeback after a commercial break. Valkyrie stopped the comeback. She landed her finisher for the win, and that was basically it. They're already talking about Taya Valkyrie challenging for another championship. What championship that is, I don't know. It may end up being Chris Statlander for all we know. It may end up being the Women's Championship in AEW. It may be Toni Storm. We don't know. But after the match was over, Taya Valkyrie addressed the crowd, and she said, "Oh my gosh, New Jersey, you're worse than I thought." She said things hadn't been going her way lately, but tonight against one of your homegrown little sweethearts, I got the victory. Then she called out Britt Baker and said Britt got a victory on Wednesday night as well. She said Britt's win was against an extra, somebody that isn't on our level. She challenged Britt Baker to a match on Dynamite this Wednesday, and then she said, "This Wednesday, Britt, come play with me." I don't know. I think Johnny Morrison may have a problem with that. I don't know, man. But we got the Taya Valkyrie and Britt Baker match actually announced tonight on the show. Is going to be taking place on Wednesday. And Taya Valkyrie, I thought, looked pretty good. I thought she looked very good in this match against Skye Blue. Skye Blue looked a little off tonight. She was basically sent out there to be someone of a notable name for Taya to beat. And then Taya then focused on Britt Baker. So I thought the intensity of Taya was good tonight. I'd like to see her on television a little bit more and a little bit more of a serious role, because this is the role that she played on Impact. She was a major player in the women's division on Impact Wrestling. And I do think that if they really want to solidify her on Collision as one of the stars of that show, I think that would be great. I would love to see her kind of slowly built up. And then maybe when Thunder Rosa comes back, we start to see a fucking feud between Taya Valkyrie and Thunder Rosa. I think that would be great. That'd be a nice throwback to Lucha Underground as well. So we'll see what happens with that. But Taya Valkyrie, I don't know if this is going to be a project for Collision and they are going to slowly start to build Taya Valkyrie up, but she's very good at what she does. She hasn't really felt important on AEW television. This could be the moment where Tony Khan says, you know what? I'm going to put Taya specifically on Saturday night. I'm going to build her up, and I'm going to make her a star on this show, and then we'll take it from there. That's the vibe I got. I have no problem with that. We got a vignette of AR Fox and some highlights of AR Fox. He's challenging Orange Cassidy for the International Championship on Wednesday's Dynamite. So we get that match announced. Swerve will be going one-on-one with Darby Allin. Should be a banger. Britt Baker versus Taya Valkyrie. Should be good. Pac, he will be going one-on-one with Gravity. I have no idea who the fuck Gravity is. Apparently Gravity wrestled at the Ring of Honor show. Don't know what he's about. Don't know why this match makes sense, but Pac is in it, so it probably will end up being a banger. Jon Moxley and Claudio versus the Lucha Brothers versus the Best Friends. Lucha Brothers are back on AEW Dynamite. Lucha Brothers are back in the tag team division on AEW. They were the Ring of Honor tag team champions, no longer. Aussie Open are now the Ring of Honor tag team champions. Great. Now we get the Lucha Brothers back on television and another top team in AEW back in that tag team division. Triple threat match on Wednesday. Also, Adam Cole and MJF will be there to address FTR and their comments made tonight on Collision. Main event. I have no fucking idea. I have no idea who Gravity is. Don't even ask me. I was going to ask you guys who the fuck who's Gravity? Who's Gravity? No idea. Gravity is Bandito's brother. And Pac is the man he forgot. Is that what the story is? Gravity is Bandito's brother. All these guys look the same and they all move the same. Should be a banger match, though. Pac is awesome. CM Punk and Darby Allin versus Ricky Starks and Christian Cage. This was a great tag team match in the main event. It got plenty of time. And all four of these guys fucking killed it in the main event. So we'll pick it up after the commercial break. I gotta laugh at this, man. Christian Cage, he is fucking awesome. He comes out wearing the TNT title. He thinks he's the TNT champion. He's not the TNT champion. Luchasaurus is the TNT champion, but he comes out wearing the title anyway. So we'll pick it up after the first commercial break. And we get a situation where Cage and Starks are working over Punk. Starks went old school on Punk. He walked the rope. And this is before Punk tagged, he tagged back Christian Cage, did Starks back into the match. So we get a glimpse of Scorpio Sky mid-match. He's sitting in the luxury box. He's looking at this match. He's eyeing the competition. He clearly wants the TNT title. Punk made a hot tag to Darby Allin. He finally evaded Starks and Cage. Allin had a dive into Starks, but ran into Luchasaurus on a dive attempt to Christian. He ran to the outside through the ropes with a suicide dive, and he ran into Luchasaurus, who basically was a fucking brick wall. Cage threw Allin into the announce desk. He goes back into the ring. He tags back in to Ricky Starks, and he beats down Darby Allin to Starks. Starks hits snake eyes on Darby, and he takes him out with a lariat. He goes for a cover. He gets a near fall. Allen is on the outside. He beats a 10 count to beat the count out. So Allen is just getting a fucking beating here. So he moved out of the way of a diving headbutt, and Starks ripped Punk off the apron, leaving Allen with no one to tag as he broke free from Christian Cage. Allen fought free, made the tag to Punk. He ran wild with rising knees. Punk did the random cartwheel in the middle of his a random cartwheel in the middle of a comeback. I don't know what that was about, but Ian Riccaboni made sense of it. He says it was a tribute to New Jersey native Bam Bam Bigelow. So he was paying homage to Bam Bam Bigelow in the middle of the ring tonight with the cartwheels in the middle of the match. Punk hit the Pepsi twist on Christian Cage. Punk hit a high cross body. Christian rolled through for a near fall. Punk knocked Christian off the top rope. He went up and hit an elbow for a near fall. Cage tagged into Starks. He ran right into a GTS attempt. Stark turned it into a roll-up for a near fall. They traded strikes before Punk floored Starks with a high kick. Punk tagged back into Darby. He avoided a spear from Ricky Starks. Starks then speared Allen out of midair, which looked great. Then he goes for a Rochambeau, hits it, near fall. Starks took Allen up for a superplex, but Allen turned it into a fucking death drop, which looked ridiculous from the top rope. And he went for a cover, and Christian Cage barely broke up that cover. That should have been it, and Christian broke it up. Punk gets back in. He takes Cage to the floor, hits a GTS to Christian Cage on the floor, knocks him out. Allen sets up for a coffin drop, but Luchasaurus behind the referee's back crotched him on the top rope. Starks goes up top, goes for a Rochambeau. Allen reversed it into a roll-up. Starks reversed that roll-up, grabbed the rope again like he did last week for a 1, 2, 3. He beats Darby in the same way he beat CM Punk in the finals of the Owen Hart Cup last week. And Ricky Starks steals another one away from CM Punk, this time pinning Darby Allin. And the show goes off the air with CM Punk basically just dumbfounded at Ricky Starks once again cheating to win. So very interesting stuff here, man. We're getting that slow burn for Ricky Starks. You know, the crowd cheered Ricky Starks tonight. They booed CM Punk. CM Punk came out tonight in the main event. He got cheered. There were heavy CM Punk chants tonight, so they were definitely split on the CM Punk love-hate aspect tonight. But, man, Ricky Starks, he got cheered in the intro. They were chanting, "You deserve it." You know, they were cheering him for winning the Owen last week. But, man, he is showing some heel tendencies, man. He's cheating to win. Is the AEW crowd going to focus on Ricky Starks and say, "Hey, man, you're fucking cheating, you're wrong," and start booing him? Or are they going to actually side with Ricky Starks because Ricky Starks does deserve it and Ricky Starks is good? Maybe the fans love a fucking cheater, man. I don't know. But Ricky Starks, man, the slow burn for a heel turn seemingly underway. We'll see what happens, man. There's a lot of great shit coming out of Collision. How is CM Punk going to be looked at? Is he going to be a heel? Is he going to be a babyface? Same thing with Ricky Starks. Where are they going with him? He's getting cheered, but he's acting very heelish. We got the TNT title finally having some focus on it. We got Darby going after the TNT title. Scorpio Sky is eyeing the TNT title. Christian Cage is not even the fucking champion. He's carrying around the goddamn title as if he's the champion. Luchasaurus is the champion. You got Miro. You got Andrade. You got the House of Black. You got Jay White and Juice Robinson. I mean, this is a great show. It might not be your cup of tea on a Saturday night, but that doesn't mean you're, looking at a bad wrestling show because it airs on a Saturday night. This is a great fucking show. This reminds me of what AEW should be weekly. This reminds me of what AEW was 2 or 3 years ago. The show flows. It's easy to watch. It's not throwing 1,000 fucking things at you at the same time. You got talent that you're not seeing on Dynamite, on Collision. You're not seeing Bullet Club Gold on Wednesdays. You're not seeing Punk on Wednesdays. You're barely seeing FTR on Wednesdays. You're not seeing you're not seeing Miro. You're not seeing Andrade. You're not seeing Malachi, Brody, Buddy on Wednesdays. If you're not watching Collision, if you're not keeping up with Collision, man, you're missing a damn good fucking show. This is the AEW that we love. This. Now, tonight wasn't all that much of an important show. It was a setup show. It wasn't a bad show. It was a setup show. Next week is going to be the banger. Next week, we got that tag team match. Next week, we got Buddy Matthews and Andrade, a rematch from the first ever Collision, and a ladder match for Andrade's mask. Can't wait. Very good show tonight. If you missed it, you didn't really miss much. Set up for next week. Next week is the show that you guys should not be missing at all. Make sure you guys go and hit that thumbs up, man. I would really, really, really appreciate if you guys do that for me. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes today for the AEW Collision post right here on Off the Script. Make sure you guys get those super chats in. You guys can be like Cam G on a Saturday night, man, and get those super chats in tonight, as right now it is last call. Memberships are open as always. Get them on in. If you guys want to re-up, you can re-up your membership. If you guys want to become a new member, you guys get emotes, access to my emotes. You guys can use those emotes in the live stream chat. You guys can use those emotes in the comments section across all my videos. Very good stuff there, man. Got the best looking emotes in the community. Got the best looking badges in the community, man. We got some really upper fucking echelon, really high level emotes for those badges, man. We got the microphones. We got the Mustang. We got the OTS title belt. Some good looking shit, man. My team over at DV8 did a great job. So sign up, man. You get a lot of great shit that comes along with it. Follow me on social media at JDfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below, turn on the bell for notifications, and go check out all the other content on the channel. Plenty of it. Maybe back tomorrow in your sub boxes as well with some more news to round out your week, man, right here on OTS. Jesse was not with me tonight. He had some family obligations to take care of tonight. If Jesse will be around next week, he will be on the show next week. But I gave Jesse the free reign to do whatever he wants on Saturday, man. Jesse's not going to be here every Saturday night with me. If Jesse's got something going on, he's not going to be here. If I got something going on, or if I'm not feeling up to it on a Saturday night because I want to rest and recharge, I'm not going to be here for a Collision every week. We'll take it as it comes, man. Next week, I'll be here. Next week is a big show. Next week, I think Jesse will be here. We'll figure it out. Let's get into the super chats, man. Joseph Taylor, thank you, brother. $2 super chat. Happy birthday to your wife, Jesse. I'm sure Jesse's going to catch up with the show sometime tomorrow. He'll hear your comment later on tomorrow. Joseph, thank you so much, bro. Tony Brown with a $4.99. Skye and Taya can get it, JD. Tony Brown, you ain't telling me anything I don't know, brother. I'm not a fan of Taya, but Skye Blue, yes. There you go. You know it, brother. Michelle Moran with a $5 super chat. Darby and Punk work well together. May end up Punk versus Starks at All In, but don't like the 50-50 booking with Darby winning the Rumble last night and only losing tonight. I don't really find that to be a big deal, Michelle. I don't mind that to be a big deal at all. Darby's basically bulletproof. It's going to be interesting what happens on Wednesday, though, as he's wrestling Swerve one-on-one. Swerve needs a victory. But I wonder if Nick Wynn's going to get involved in that. The Dud with a $3 super chat. I think Ricky Starks is turning heel. I think so too, Dud. I think so too. And he's going to be a great heel if he decides to do it. Eric Newton with a $5 super chat. It's disgusting. WWE either keeps LA Knight off of TV to have fans ignore him, or have him lose to the point to get them to eventually move on from him. I don't know, man. Absolutely stupid of them to not give him that fatal four-way last night. Sinister with 10 months. Thank you, brother. Raw and SmackDown, we're 8.4 out of 10. Dynamite and Collision, we're 6.2 out of 10. Dom is the best heel right now. Match of the year, Rhea Ripley versus Natalia. SummerSlam will be pay-per-view of the year. Hashtag long-term booking. Sinister, your trolling is on a bottom-of-the-barrel level, bro. I appreciate you being here for 10 months, brother, but you need to up your trolling game, bro. It's not funny and it's not witty. Cody Snyder with 15 months in the venue. Thank you, Cody. Happy birthday to the GOAT, HBK. Happy birthday, Shawn Michaels. My guy James, 24 months. At last, I have ascended and have joined the Golden OTS VIP Club. How is everyone doing tonight? Thank you, brother. 24 months looks good on you, bro. It really does. Rick Morty with 5 months. I've heard nothing about how horrible Dominic's in-ring work has been except from you. That's why you the GOAT. Tell it how it is. Rick Morty, because everybody's blinded by the fact that he gets artificial fucking booze. All Kevin Dunn does is hit a boo button, and that's what people fucking hang on to. Meanwhile, Dominic's in-ring work is not that of a North American champion, not even a champion, period. Yes, Sinister, you are trolling, bro. You know, all because you're a member, Sinister, doesn't mean I can't block you. You are definitely, and I mean definitely trolling, bro. Beyond the script with $4.99, JD, hope you feel better, bro. Thank you for the stream tonight. We're glad you are on here on a Saturday night. Thank you, man. I'll be all right. I just need a good night's sleep. I need to get my rest. Feel like I've been grinding away, man. Fucking grinding away. And really no time for myself, man. Cam G, thank you once again, brother, for the $100 super chat. Really appreciate you, man. Brian Owens with a 5 months. Thank you, Brian. I see Cole and MJF win next week, and then Bullet Club Gold win the belts at All In. And Cole versus MJF happens at All Out. Man, I don't know, man. I don't even want to predict what's going to happen on Saturday, but it's going to be wild, man. It's going to be wild. But I do think that we end up with MJF and Adam Cole at All Out. I do. Jarrett Howard with a $2 super chat. Rest in peace, Tony Bennett. August 3rd, 1926 to July 21, 2023. Rest in peace, Tony Bennett. Legacy with a $5 super chat. Keep up the amazing work, brother. You are the man, the Don. JD from NY. Love all your shows. Spittin' fire. Thank you, man. A Watson with 14 months. Thank you for the 14 months being here, man. JD, #1 podcast in the community. Keep it up. Keep up the great work. OTS for life. Cheers, bro. Thank you, Watson. You are on your way to 24 months too, brother. Jeremy Lewis with a $10 super chat. Hey, JD, after the last week with Jay and Juice, FTR, Punk, Starks, the Bullet Club Gold match, Darby starts and wins the Royal Rampage match, then wrestles tonight at length. He's my MVP of the week. I'd say so. I'd say so. That was a great tag team match tonight, man. Darby may be the wrestler of the week. Jeremy Lewis also with a $5 super chat and a 23-month recommitment to the VIP club, man. Appreciate you, brother. By the way, congrats to Athena and Willow for being the first female African-American pro wrestlers to main event a Ring of Honor pay-per-view. Good for them, man. Two very talented women. I can smell that gold mic on my horizon. You got 1 month, brother. I know you're not feeling well, but there's nowhere any of us would rather be than right effing here. Cheers. Thank you, Jeremy. Gig Worker, $10.99. $5 super chat. Pax old WWE gimmick as Neville. Man, that Gravity forgot. I don't know who Gravity the wrestler is, though. Oh, is that what they're doing? Is it like a fucking ha? I have no idea who this guy is, man. Gravity. New Bendy Comics with 11 months. 11 months and I'm still here. I got offered to go to WWE SummerSlam. I had to turn it down. Collision was great. This was my second this is my second family. OTS for life. I appreciate you, New Bendy. SummerSlam should be a solid show, though. If you want to go, I would give you my blessing to go to SummerSlam, bro. Salazar Sith with a new membership. Thank you, Salazar. What the fuck are you drinking, brother? Chris, 12 months. 12 months in this fine establishment. Cheers to you, my brother. Always respected you since 2016. Love you, bro. Keep being you and silence the haters. The fuck are you drinking for 12 months, Chris? Joey Clemenza, 19 months. Slowly climbing my way to 24 months. There's only one place I want to be. OTS for life. Sleep in tomorrow. JD, you deserve the break. Thank you, Joey. Tony Brown with a $1.99. I hope I don't fuck up, JD. I respect you. Tony Brown, there's nothing you can do to fuck up, brother. Enjoy your Saturday night. Russell Wagner with 21 months. JD, love you. Please don't spread yourself too thin with everything you do. I'm trying not to, man. I'm trying not to. And Nate, the head of Talent TV with a $5 super chat. I have been a Jay White guy since he beat Okada in 14 minutes. Welcome to the Switchblade era, AEW fans. Jay White is fucking great, man. Best thing about Collision so far, I would say, is Jay White and Juice Robinson. They have elevated themselves and have elevated the brand to being a fantastic show. Anyway, guys, I'm about to get out of here, man. Rest to me, and I'm going to go sleep, and I got to catch up on my Z's, man. Finish up here tonight, and then hit the bed. But I appreciate you hanging out with me on your Saturday nights, guys. I know it was a slow night, but you guys made it worth it. In and out, man. In and out. Make sure you guys follow me on social media at JDfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below, turn on the bell for notifications, hit that thumbs up. Would love if we could get those likes up. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the memberships and the recommitments. And go check out all the other videos on the channel, man. Plenty, and I mean plenty of it. Next time you see me, we'll be live on Monday night, man. We'll be here for Monday Night Raw. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, guys. You may see me tomorrow in the sub boxes. Until then, I'll see you back live Monday night for Raw and the Off the Script post show. I'll see you guys later.